What's going on, everybody? How you doing? So I came up to help my dad this weekend with a few things. Going to try and make it up here about once a month or so, and for a long weekend and help him out, get some things done. And so I thought I would do a live update from up here because I hadn't done one in a while. Yeah, it is an exceptionally beautiful fall mountain day today. It is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like fall. Actually a little bit chilly. Almost. We have been working today. My dad got Papa Hugh kind of got the best of me. He got a good one over on me, so you guys will see that in the video tomorrow. I'm not going to spoil it. Yes, North Carolina mountains. We are in western North Carolina. And here, there we go. There's a view of Rocky Knob and the barn. And it is absolutely beautiful today. Had a little bit of rain. There he is. Copper, what you doing? What you doing, Copper Pot? Copper, sit. Sit. Good boy. What's up, Mark? You made one. Yeah, it is pretty up here. I like it. That's why I like coming up here. Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna make her real mad. Wave, Chelsea. This is my baby sister. You're live. She is getting ready to go to work. You're working at the fire department tonight. She is a paramedic at the fire department, so she's got a lot going on. She's doing that and getting her hours in to become a sleep study expert lab person and going back to school. So she is busy. She came up here to grab a bite to eat before she went home. I will, Mark. So the biggest reason I wanted to hop on today is a couple days ago, you guys might have seen my post, is I hit my 2 million view mark since the start of the channel, which was October 13th. I don't even remember, but middle of October. So I just wanted to hop on and say thank you to everyone for tuning in, and I appreciate it. And even when I started this channel, I never in a million years thought that I would ever make 1 million views, let alone 2 million views in a short amount of time. So thank you very much for all your support over this year. And it's been kind of a crazy year. Crazy year. You know, between the walk and just the YouTube channel and Aiden going to, off to school and all that kind of stuff. So it's been something else. Come on, Copper. Copper. His hound dog nose gets him in trouble sometimes. Come on, Copper. Those ears flopping. But it's definitely something that I have enjoyed doing a lot. Didn't really know how I would enjoy it, but when I first started, but I definitely have been enjoying it. Hello, Sherry. So, still a whole lot of stuff changing and all that kind of stuff as they continue to do work around the farm, like I do around the homestead. And I fussed at my dad a little bit about not videotaping this, but I can't open it back. All right, I'll have to go back around. he made this door, and from the outside, you know, it's pretty, but this is let me set the ladder up. I'll be able to get inside without walking all the way around. Thank you very much, Banjo. I appreciate that. So he did all the work on this. This is going to be a new door for so the dogs can go straight out to the backyard instead of being on the front porch. And on the inside here, get back a little bit. This is the inside of the door. No, it's okay. I just need the light. There we go. Made it a little bit easier to see. And he made all this out of rough cut lumber from the sawmill. Yeah, it is kind of the mudroom, and you can see Mom's will be horrified. She'll be very mad at me because she says it's a mess. But it's under construction. You know, putting the entrance in. We're going to start on the deck and everything. But this door is probably, I promise you can't buy a door like this at the hardware store. That's 2 inches thick. So with the trim and everything, it's like 2.5 inch thick. I think it's poplar, solid poplar door. So that sucker is heavy. And yeah. So you guys see, you guys already knew. That's where I get it from. All right, switch the camera back around. Yeah, that is a heavy door. He probably should have waited for me to hang it, but he got it up there. So the geese are finally coming out of their little entrance over there, or their little pond area. They're coming out. Oh, it's going to get loud, just so you guys know. My mom already fed them tonight. They are crazy. But what they like to do is they come over to this corner or the other corner, and they sit there and torment the dogs. Like peck at the dogs. And the dogs can't stand it, so it's pretty funny. The chickens, and they got in here a little bit late. They haven't done a real good job of scratching their area down. So I told Mom what we'll do tomorrow is we'll see how the geese do with the chickens. They're not as bad as ducks. And we'll maybe put them geese in. Those geese will eat that down in just a matter of probably a day. They're like little weed eaters. They're crazy. Yeah, we gotta get on that, Mark. All right, there we go. So we got Poppy Hugh's got some other cows up here right now. Some of our cousins' cows that they have some grazing room, and they're all fat and happy. I'm just doing a little tour again. I don't think I've done a live since they had everything. I know I haven't, because they've got the house for the ducks and the geese. Oh, they are African something or other geese. I don't remember. But our pond is still holding up pretty well. Our little overflow and everything there, and there's the house for the ducks, or there's the ducks, and over there's the geese, and they don't really use it much anymore. So I think they go in there at night, but they like being out. The ducks there, they like to they just fly out. They fly out and come back. But I'm kind of surprised they haven't went a lot of places. Hello, Mr. Nichols. Oh, they're all Angus. They're all black Angus. And you can see our It's been pretty dry, and so the water flow to the pond has slowed down a little bit. Oh my goodness, now nobody's gonna be able to hear me. But pretty soon they're going to be pretty soon they'll be kicking back up, and there'll be a lot more water going in there. But they've already been fed, and they saw me. Here they come. They're crazy. Papa Hugh's still working on the sawmill. Obviously making a dent in his pile of logs, and one of the things I'm going to help him do is the tractor he rolled over a few months back. He's getting that back together, and we're going to put the roll cage back on it, and he wants the roll cage to be a little bit lower, so I'm going to help him with the cutting and the welding to put his roll cage back on the tractor. But you can see he's coming right along on getting it all put back together and working again, so maybe this time he won't take it up on any hills hooked up to heavy stuff. We'll see. Oh, but sorry, I kind of had stuff to talk about, but the weather's so nice and that fall air that my mind's kind of elsewhere. It is so nice. Fall is my favorite time of year, and I usually drive people crazy in the fall because I get the wanderlust, I guess. When fall hits, I get antsy and I want to go. Nowhere in particular. I just want to go. Just hop in the car or put on a pair of boots and go for a walk and just go somewhere. It definitely is and always have been my favorite time of the year. I've always enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, it's good anything weather right now. Good working weather. So one of the projects I was supposed to be coming up here to do, and Papa Hugh pulled a fast one on me. Like I said, that video will be coming out tomorrow. But one of the projects, hey Dixie, yeah, yep, that Central Time, it gets you every time. But one of the projects that we're going to be doing is, and I'm not going to spoil too much of it, but this big old tree, the top's been out of it. And I'll tell you guys all the history and the story of the tree in that video. But it's got to come down. And so I brought my big saw, and I decided I'd come down here and help him drop that big tree next to the house. I mean, it's not in any danger of hitting the house. It would be if the wind blew it over, but as far as dropping it, it's not going to be bad. It's not going to be bad at all. So we're just going to drop that straight down the field. And that is a Fraser fir, and it's got a lot of limbs. So actually cutting the old tree is going to be pretty easy. Not going to be much to it. But bucking it is not going to be fun, because there are a whole lot of limbs that are going to have to get chopped off and sent to the burn pile, and that is going to be a couple really pretty logs. Mark just gave a little bit of hint on the history of the tree, so if you see that Christmas tree comment, but like I said, I'll explain all that in that video coming up here in a day or two. Hope we get around to it tomorrow. That is a dogwood. That is a dogwood, and they the dogwoods are starting to already change color a little bit. I don't think that's a native dog. I think it's one of the Chinese dogwoods, I think. Yep, dogwoods are always really, really pretty in the fall. They're little seed pods, bright red seed pods. And like I said, I'm trying to come up once a month now, and do help my dad for a couple weeks or a couple days. You know, come up for 4 or 5 days probably every couple. See, in my head, I keep seeing stuff like, oh, I need to go over there and check that out. But the a couple, probably 4 or 5 days every month, help him get some projects knocked out. I got some projects that I'm gonna make my pet peeve as well to do. One of them's gonna be a big project that will take a long time, but I'm looking forward to working on it. And that's going to be that old barn there. They have room in the house now, but I just don't want the old barn to fall, and I think it'd be interesting. And so I'm going to work on getting that old barn, which is about around 120 years old or so. We'll work on getting that braced back up and squared, and turn into a little like guest house up there, just like a little efficiency apartment. So, you know, somewhere me and the kids can come stay and visit and be up out of the way. So that's going to be a fun project, and it will take a while. Yeah, that's a native dogwood. Yeah, I guess that one is. Yeah, so there's the native dogwoods, and then there's the China, because of the dogwood blight. There's the native, or the Chinese dogwoods, and this is one of the Chinese dogwoods, they call them. But you can see the difference. Instead of the real pretty little berries, they have like one big red berry, and I don't know, they're not the real thing. They're made in China, so we don't like them. No, I'm kidding. But unfortunately, a lot of the native dogwoods have died out, which is sad. That's North Carolina's state tree, is the dogwood. So I just thought I'd hop on and tell you guys thank you and answer any questions you might have. Didn't really have any kind of real certain agenda for today. Just thought I'd do an update. I got, these are my permanent caps. I did get those 3 caps, or crowns, I'm sorry. And I get the other 2, the last of my top teeth will be getting finished on the 10th of October with the temporaries. But within the next month, at least all the top, I'll have all new teeth on the top. So only a couple of years coming. Yeah, the shop doors, yeah, and I spent a day finally working on Aiden's Jeep and getting that finished up, and just some other little just odds and ends chores I need to do around the house. So I did finish the 1 door, other 10 door, and I started, you know, working on figuring out where everything's going to go. So once I get back after this weekend down to mom and dad's, or get back to the homestead, I'll be hitting the garage hot and heavy. And mom was saying I hadn't walked up here and even really looked. She lost a whole lot of her tomatoes, something, and she had spent all that time. But a lot of the tomatoes got some kind of blight or something and died. And I don't think I don't think that my mystery plant is going to produce anything. I've tried to stress it to get some female flowers on it, and as of yet, it's still all male flowers. So it was worth a shot. But I think, yeah, looking at these leaves, I think it might even be one of these white pumpkins. I know Mom had sent me, I don't know what it is. I think it's a pumpkin at my house. Yeah, these big white pumpkins are really cool. Those things are awesome. Oh, Copper went inside the house with my sister. I'll go grab him in just a second. He's being kind of lazy. But they have put up massive, massive amounts of beans. I don't even know if they're going to try and finish all these, putting all these up, because they put up, goodness, I don't even remember how many quarts they put up. Every time I've talked to them the past few weeks, there's been more beans that they were canning. And it looks like we need to do something with some green peppers. There's a lot of green peppers up here. See, my mom grows so much and she can't keep up with them. Okay, Mom, I will. I didn't just a minute ago. You might not caught up yet. But yeah, you can see a lot of the tomatoes just got something. I don't know. Oh, do you? Well, they have more now, Mark. And I think most all these are Casper pumpkins, so there's still a lot of blooms. There might be even more. We need to come get them off the ground so they won't rot. Yeah, that's a white Casper pumpkin. Don't even really know what you do with it, but they are cool. They are very pretty. This one's really big. They are cool. They are really, really neat looking plants. So next year, by next year, me coming up, I'll help Mom get this all in mounds and everything, and be a little bit easier to take care of with the weeds and all. At least that's what I'm telling her we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, whether she wants to do it or not. So I'll come up here and do it for her. I think the okra's down there. Okra wasn't doing too well either. I don't know, weird growing year. I don't know what. I know my tomatoes, I mean, I've got lots of tomatoes. They're just now getting ripe, which I put them in the ground late. But they took a lot longer than they should have. And, but it seems like everybody I've really talked to has had a interesting and not normal year for growing and gardening. So don't know what's up with this. I don't know why I chose to visit this time of year. I've already been sneezing my head off. I'm not allergic to a whole lot of things, but one of the things that makes me sneeze like crazy is goldenrod. And the goldenrod is, as you can see, full bloom. And it is making my nose run something fierce and sneeze. But it is what it is. Yeah, those pumpkins would be really cool for a show or something like that. They're pretty easy to grow too, I think. Whew, that breeze is nice. It looks like we might almost have a view of the sunset now, if I didn't wait too long. So I hope everybody is having a good end to summer, beginning of fall. I missed when it went down. But yes, it's going to be a really pretty sunset. Everything should. We had just a little bit of rain. It was weird. We ran to get all the tools in. I think the meat inside is white as well, inside the Casper pumpkins. Yeah, thank goodness it's going to be cooler in Georgia. I tell you what, it was so hot, like we had a couple days last week that was just nice, and I was excited. It was fall, and then all of a sudden it went back up to like 96, like July heat, and so I saw it was going to cool down. Kind of had a little bit to do with my decision to come up here for the weekend. There are a couple farmers markets, but they have so much to do, and they wasn't really enough to take up and sell, I don't think. So I think she's got some plans for some of the other ones. Yeah, we do have a false fall. Oh, okay, so the meat inside of the Casper is orange. Yeah, and I hate it. I hate, like, everything else, like spring, summer, whatever, doesn't bother me, but fall, when fall's here, dang it, don't play games. That makes me mad. Yeah, the mountains are my favorite part of North Carolina. I love them. And all the wildflowers are really pretty. This part has changed so much. It is so much nicer without a loud, crazy attack goose in the front yard. And you can see the grass is definitely growing well from Ryan living in here for a while. But yeah, all the wildflowers are really pretty, and the dragon's tail on the parkway is what you're talking about, coming through what, Natahale? Not Natahale. Well, I think about 30-45 minutes from the dragon's tail, where everybody takes if where everybody takes their motorcycles and all, if that's what you're talking about. About 30-45 minutes or so. Let me check some of the I reckon the bees are doing pretty good. I'll have Mom answer here in a minute. They like to sit in there and watch and answer questions, answer comments, and that helps because I miss a lot of comments. Yeah, I guess about maybe 30 or 45 minutes. Yeah, not too awful far. As the crow flies, we're not far from the dragon's tail, but that's right, Fontana. Yes, I couldn't place where it was, but as to get there takes a minute, because you know the mountain roads, there's no good ways to get anywhere. How are your bees doing, Dad? I think I should have service down there too. Yeah, and I don't think, because he's trying to grow and hopefully get them to swarm, and with it coming up on winter, I don't think he's going to do any robbing right now. I don't think, because they need to have the honey stored for winter. See, with the wind blowing and it being evening time, I might be able to get down here without getting stung. Gates everywhere. Yeah, we used to, when I was a teenager, I raced mountain bikes and like bicycles, and we'd go up, right up to the top and come down the Dragon's Tail. I've passed quite a few cars at probably as fast as a lot of you guys have come, not up, but down the Dragon's Tail on road bikes, 50, 60 miles an hour, all on the line. What are you gonna do? I was 17. All right, get down here. And my dad got the new long box built. It's I'm learning a little bit about the bees. I need to learn a lot more about it. But the long box hive he got built is a better design. And look, he's got a permanent attached roof so that he doesn't have to worry about the wind blowing the tin off. There they are. Try not to get stung here. Busy, busy, busy. Woo. Okay, I'll leave. They don't want me here, and I don't want to be here if they don't want me here. I have had enough of getting stung for the year. I've gotten stung by all kinds of bees this year. I'm done with it. But I'm gonna help Dad too. This might be a little bit better, or a little bit down the road, but you can see he's already got, I don't know if I can get up next to the barn. I might start to lose y'all and have to run back. Depends on how service is down here. There, Mom telling stories on Dad. All right. So I will, especially since Dad got one over on me today. I had quite a few quick cars. My dad had some fast cars, and even me being a teenager, I've been faster in some more friendly races with my dad driving my car and me in the seat than I ever did by myself. But this is where Dad's got his wood shop at, and one day, hopefully, actually, we might do that maybe this winter, but we need to get some plastic or something around the barn so that he can come and work in the winter and cut the wind from coming through there so fast, because it gets that old barn has a pretty crazy draft, and so maybe we can cut down on the draft. And the hard part is heating that big old barn, because with it being so old and dry and it being a woodworking shop in there, you really can't have any kind of open flame, because it could bang, it could go pop really fast, like literally flash and blow up. So one of these days we'll figure out some kind of forced air furnace or something for him, so that he can have a warm place to do his woodworking. Oh yeah. If you see back up there in the distance, it's right back over the old chicken house there, and you can see the wood in the shop. And there's not a huge pile, because he's been using the wood faster than about he can cut it. Oh, I like caramel apples. I'm a little bit nervous about the caramel apples though, because at the end of the day, these are still crowns, and I'll have to cut them into pieces, and I do not want to pull them out. So, and I would assume that a good caramel apple is probably about the most dangerous thing you could possibly eat with crowns or any kind of teeth work like that. But next year they're going to be starting on my implants, so after that we should be good. Get the implants and they're as strong as your regular teeth. Yeah, so there you can, dang it, you can see a lot of the wood piled up over there and the logs. Those critters are crazy. Woo! That's one reason we're going to cut that old tree. You can see it's leaning a little bit to the house, and when the wind comes through here, it blows up the valley. So the wind's on. That's one reason it's leaning that way, from years of having the wind on it. So it's always blowing, and if it were to come down with the wind blowing it, it would fall on the house. And sure, it wouldn't be a good day if that happened. They're following me. I can't get away. I tell you that wind. Oh, here we go. Watch them. Look at, they fuss at them. I'm surprised they're not doing it right now. And then they'll go up right to the fence. Go up right to the fence and start tormenting the dogs. Oviet, that's the old bird farm. Robert's channel. Jennifer, that is what Oviet is. The shorthand version. Yeah, I've got some car stories, and my dad has even more. He's definitely got some car stories. Yeah, well, you know, as loud as the guineas are, those 6 or 7 geese, decibel wise, are probably twice as loud as all of Robert's guineas put together. Copper went inside when my sister went inside, and he's not a huge fan of chilly weather, so I don't know if I can get him to come out. He's a warm weather dog. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is going to be a absolutely spectacular sunset, I do believe. Special kind of sunset up in the mountains. You got certain kinds of sunsets everywhere. Everywhere has their own type, but I do love a good mountain sunset. And actually, the clouds are amazing. Get over here. Look at that. Yeah, geese hurt. Geese hurt. Why'd you say, Mom? Oh, Copper Pot, come here. What you doing, Copper Whopper? There's Mom. She let the Copper Pot out. Copper Whopper! Come here. He's like, Dad, why am I outside when... Look at him. He's trying to go back in. He's like, it's... Copper's having none of it today. But he also has been out chasing geese and cattle and running, and he's tired. He's been out a lot today being crazy. So he likes to bowl for chickens. He doesn't chase the chickens or try and get them, but he does think it's really fun when the chickens are clustered together to just take off full speed, and you know, and they fly everywhere. That's one of his favorite games. And he decided to do that with the geese today, except the geese didn't move. And he was expecting the geese to move and fly everywhere. And so he actually cut a flip. Like he stopped and tried to change directions and started rolling because there were still geese in the way. The geese did not didn't want to bowl. So he got his first experience with that. Copper, what you doing? Copper. Copper Pot. He's not paying me no attention today. Copper. What you doing, Pop? Come here. What you doing? What you doing, huh? What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, he's tired. And the temperature, I have no clue. It feels like it's probably 55 or so right now, but the wind blowing make it feel a bit chillier. I'm still a little bit damp from working earlier today, so I'm not sure. Mom was handling a lot of selling the sewing machine, so I'm not sure if they were able to get all those sold or not. Oh, jury duty. That sounds like a good time. You know, I'm not even going to... Shoot, I already started saying it. Well, no, I'll take it back. I have been summoned for jury duty one time, but I was active duty military, so I didn't have to do it. So, knock on wood that streak continues. And it's just getting prettier and prettier. Definitely going to have to take a picture of that in a minute, because that is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Laura. Yes, and that is the reason I kind of want to just do a random video and no real agenda, and just tell everyone thank you. Thank you very, very much for supporting me on the walk and You know, just it's been really fun, and I've really enjoyed it. It is. That is. I'm trying to. The camera keeps adjusting for the light. Yeah, that is a phenomenal sunset. I was hoping it would be pretty. And you get the mountain sunsets. You get all the cool shadows because, you know, sun's down behind the mountains, but still shining up into the clouds. So it does make a absolutely beautiful sunset. All right, everybody. Well, I made jalapeno poppers a little while ago from the homestead and from the old bird farm. We put our poppers together, and I didn't have a chance to get them all made, but I had the stuff to do it. So we came home, when I came up here, I made my jalapeno poppers, and they should be cool enough to not burn my face off, my tongue with the hot cheese now. And I think I'm gonna go eat some of those and come back out here and grab a jacket and watch the rest of the sunset because it is pretty. But once again, guys, thank you very much for all your support over the past year. And I'm already working on my end of year video that I'm going to put out in October. That's just going to be, you know, kind of like the walk video. It's going to be like an hour long of starts, my first video up to where we are now. And going back and looking through that footage, it's blowing my mind how much everything has changed. And there is in my jalapeno popper, there is a pound of bacon chopped up in my jalapeno popper. So the bacon is covered. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure and like, subscribe, and share to the channel, and stay tuned over the next few days. There's going to be a lot of the videos here at the farm, and we've got a lot of big projects and some not so big projects coming up, so should be pretty interesting. All right, thanks for watching.